Hello, and welcome to the Two Pieces podcast. I am Luke.
And I'm Siobhan.
And today, we are doing a very special food-based episode.
That's right. As everyone knows.
Where we pit we have each come up with our top 8 favorite foods of all time. And we are going to be pitting them against each other in a tournament format. But with a twist, every single bout will be judged based on a different criteria, a different question that we will pull out of a hat, and we will see which food reigns supreme at the end of this podcast, which I think is always down for a. It's always going to be a heated discussion when we're talking about what foods are good.
Yeah, when we first were thinking about this, we were going, "Oh yeah, what's our favorite food?" And then let's just pit them against each other. What's gonna win? And then we're like,
thought about it throughout the week, and we're like, "This is going to be a stalemate."
How would we decide what wins here?
Because I'd go, "Yeah, okay, so my one wins."
yeah. And I was thinking like, "Oh yeah, they come up against each other." And like, well, obviously mine's a better. Like,
yeah,
this is not.
It's literally my favorite food.
Yeah, and like you put up a banana. Also, I think this is like really cool because, I mean, I'd say like if you look back a few years, what's most popular is top 10 lists, and then what became really popular after that are like, oh yeah, 3x3, and now we're bringing it down even further to 8.
8. Just 8.
You know, in 10 years from now, people are gonna be like best 7.
8 is just the perfect number for a tournament bracket. It gets what, four rounds or something like that. I think it is. I know that there are going to be some peri spicy hot takes because I've got plenty of them for this episode.
I have no idea what the scenarios or the questions are going to be about. Also, we don't know each other's 8 yet, so we'll be reading it out.
Yes.
To each other for the first time here. Will be very interesting.
I do know the questions, but I don't know when they're going to pop up because we're pulling them out of a hat. So, and I didn't metagame this. I didn't pick certain foods that will
Is this
survive.
only found in Finland?
Anyway, but first, I wanted to touch on something that we brought up a couple of episodes ago. I came up with the stupid idea to watch every anime this season, and you were very dubious about the idea.
I watched back that episode and I was like, what? You can't be serious.
I watched it back, I was editing it, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I've run the math again. I don't think it's really that possible.
My favorite part about it was like you said it, and then I did the math out loud, and I was like, "Fine, that's like 800 minutes." And then you were like, "Actually, I'll just take the math down. It's not that bad. It's doable."
I think because I genuinely had tried to do it before, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know, people will hate me for this. I think some of the episodes I did watch at 2 times speed.
Oh,
but I haven't done that this time because we have not given up on the idea. We have changed it slightly. In fact, I think we've improved it. I think we have come up with a more interesting version. Rather than watch everything, here are the rules. Here's what each of us are doing this anime season. And if you didn't catch the explanation or you don't know, an anime season is quite literally a season of the year. It's like, you know, spring, summer, winter, whatever. That's kind of how anime releases. It comes out with the seasons of the year. And that kind of goes for roughly 12 weeks. And you get a bunch of shows throughout those 12 weeks. And they all kind of start around the same time.
Yeah, within a week of each other.
Yeah. So we came up with the idea, 12 weeks, 12 shows. We each get to choose 6 shows each. That makes it sound like we're watching the same shows. So from my perspective, I get to choose 6 shows, and then 6 shows randomly get assigned to me from whatever the shows are that season. And there's like 40 of them. There's a lot, and there's all kinds of shows. As I have learned by watching the first episodes, there are all kinds of shows.
Yeah, we'll get into. There's one other rule that we added, which was you want to. Yeah, go on. I think it's better if you. Better if you go on.
So Yeah, you get to choose 6 and random, and then there's 6 random ones. So you have to watch 12 shows. 6 of them you get to choose. 6 of them are randomly assigned to you, and we get different ones. If we both choose similar shows, that's fine. If we both randomly get assigned the same show, that's fine. But it's not necessarily the case that we're both watching the exact same shows. That way we cover more ground between the two of us. But we have one saving grace.
Yeah, thank you for letting this be a rule. Because initially when we were gonna be like, oh yeah, let's watch every episode, I was like, no, I'm gonna hate anime after this. I'm gonna hate anime after this season. Like, I'll never want to watch it again.
So we came up with a rule. Each week you are allowed to drop one show. And you have the option to drop one show. If you do not drop a show that week, you don't get to drop 2 the next week. You still only get the one chance to drop one show the next week.
You're given one bullet every week, and you can use it or you don't, and they'll refresh the bullet. They don't give you a new bullet.
And so in theory, you could end up with what, one show, or is it 2 shows?
No, you'd end up with 2 shows with the math playing out.
But still,
because of when we started this.
Yeah, in theory, you can get rid of the vast majority of shows, but you would have to have had watched most of the season by the time you're axing the very last one.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 2 episodes left. Yeah. Nah, done.
No, that's enough. I don't want this.
And so we kind of started this last week. We didn't talk about it last week because we were still, I don't know, ironing out the details.
Yeah.
But now over the past week, we have started this task. I have watched the first episode of my 12 shows, and you said you've just about...
I've just not watched the first episode of 2 of my 12 because I just need to get access to them. And it was a find the time. But by next week, I will be completely up to date, I think, with 2 episodes of all 12.
Can I say, I talked about this briefly on stream. I was explaining this idea, and as I was explaining it to people live, I was thinking in the back of my head, this is such a great idea.
I was like, are you going to add another rule?
I'm not adding a rule. I'm just gassing us up. I think this is a great way to experience an anime season because you get to pick the good ones, but you also just get a little bit of randomness in there to see what the heck is going on. And it also forces you to stick things out, but not necessarily too far. Like, the worst of the worst gets cut straight away. But then from there, you're like, all right, we'll give it one more chance before you cut the next show. And I think
so that exact situation, I was like, I should cut this. And then I watched a different show and I was like, oh, okay. So you need to give certain shows a chance because you don't know if another show is going to need that bullet used. I having now done the first week, I actually encourage any viewers at home to go and do it yourself. You don't have to, if you want to do it along with us, it's fine if you're, I don't know, behind or whether you want to catch up or whatever it is, it's fine. It's completely up to you. But just in general, I think it's a decent way to check out the season. I think we should coin a name for it. Oh, okay. You want to come up with this live on the podcast?
Do we just call it like the 12 pieces challenge or something? Like, challenge. I don't know.
The 1-2 piece challenge.
The 2, well, maybe we need to put our podcast name in it.
Yeah.
The 2 pieces something, like the 2 pieces anime season or something like that.
2 pieces You brought this upon me.
It's okay.
On the spot.
Yeah, brainstorming names in the middle of a podcast is probably a bad content.
No one wants to watch this.
All right, you know what? Commenters, let us know what would be a good name for this idea. For if we were to coin this method of watching anime.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And we will get to the food, but we should actually we remember it's there. The literal carrot dangling the carrot. Carrot's not on my list.
I'll have to bring up the list.
Yeah, we might as well say what we had. Right. We had some similarities in our lists, especially the ones we chose.
We even got some with the random.
Yeah.
So I'll read yours out, and your randomly assigned ones are.
Wait. Oh. Let's start with the ones we chose.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we should start with the ones we chose.
Okay. I'll start with my ones I chose. Just easier for me to read.
Yeah.
I chose Akane. Wait, should I? What's the full title?
Yeah, I don't know.
Akane Banashi. I chose Akane Banashi, Witch Hat Atelier, Yomi no Sugai, which in the English title for that I think is Demons of the Realm or
Damon's.
Something of the Realm.
I think it's Damon's.
Daemons of the Realm. Very Warhammer 40k. Then I chose second prettiest girl in the classroom, or
No.
I became friends with the second prettiest girl in the classroom. Sorry, I wrote these in like short formats because anime titles can sometimes be a sentence. Then Kill Ao or Kill Blue, and Aishiteru game, which I think the full title was I don't want to play the I Love You game anymore. Something like that.
Yep.
Okay, then your 6 were very, very similar.
Yep.
So I'll try and pass this out. You also chose Witch Hat Atelier. You
Yep.
also chose Daemons of the Realm.
Yep.
You also chose the second Freddy. You chose the second. I didn't think we'd both. Okay, you also chose the second prettiest girl in the classroom.
For the title alone.
Then you also chose Kill Ao, Kill Blue,
Kill Blue,
and then you chose Liar Game and Haibara's Teenage New Game Plus.
Yes.
All right, so those are the ones we picked.
Yep.
And here are the randomly assigned ones. Okay, so Luke first this time. Needy Girl Overdose, The Classroom of the Black Cat and a Witch, Aaron the Southpaw, Rooster Fighter, Kojima, Why Sing When You Can Warble?
I tell you what, every single one of these is unhinged.
And Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku.
Banger.
Okay, so... Is that the best one on the record? Okay, then I have the randomly assigned ones of Marriage Toxin, Komekami Girls, Snowball Earth, Rooster Fighter, Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, The Warrior Princess, and The Barbaric King.
Okay, and which ones haven't you watched yet?
I have not watched Rooster Fighter and Akane. Okay. But in my defense for Akane, I am completely caught up to in the manga. So I know everything that's going on.
So, do you have any thoughts?
Bro! I love how you were gassing up this idea to the audience. And you're like, you guys should do it too.
And then you're about to trash on it.
I have enjoyed so little on this list. I have enjoyed a few of the ones I picked myself. Obviously, I love Witch Hat Atelier.
Witch Hat Atelier, can I say Witch Hat Atelier, in my opinion, is the GOAT. Out of all of the ones out of all the first episodes I watched, the first episode of Witch Hat Atelier is insanely strong. I loved it.
Yeah, I'm really happy that you like it. It's really, really, really good.
Because I've read the first couple of chapters of the manga. Right. Not much. I pretty much have read whatever the equivalent of the first episode is. But the first episode I found so much more engaging than the first couple of chapters of the
really?
Of the manga.
Wow, that's so good.
I just loved it. The music and everything, like especially just the way the first episode ended, it was just like so impactful.
That's so good. So for me, I also loved it. I think they're equally good, but I think I put the manga slightly above it because maybe because you haven't read as much. The way the artist is using the paneling,
I know.
It's insane, and you see the anime is like they're doing their own thing to try and emulate that picture book type of feeling, like at the start and the end of the episode. That's what they're doing. It's great. It's so good.
The Witch Hat Atelier, the only reason I'd read any of the chapters is because I'd heard about the paneling and I wanted to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. I love it. And then Yomi no Sugai, or Demons of the Realm, has been very, very, very interesting. I can say that the hook in the first episode.
Yeah.
Or you picked it as well, right?
So I've seen the first episode.
I guess twist in the middle of that first episode.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh. I did not think that this is where it was going, and I was very happy. Yeah. Like when the chick went gob, I was like, Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, this is more than what I expected. And other than that, Marriage Toxin and what was the other one?
Were you satisfied with all of the ones you picked?
No. So we'll get into this.
Yeah.
I think I might use my bullet.
On the
Straight
first bullet
away.
on one that you picked.
Yeah. On the one I picked.
Which one?
It's not the one that we matched on. The Ice Terror game.
Okay.
Dude, okay, so I'm gonna explain the premise at least of this.
Alright.
Have you watched Kaguya-sama?
Is that the romance one?
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah.
They are going to like a very prestigious high school,
Yes.
and the student council president and the vice president. are like,
I've watched a little bit and I dropped it.
yeah. Well, I think it's a brilliant anime and also great manga. So in that, it's the premise of like they want the other person to confess to them because they themselves think that
yes.
them confessing is them losing.
Yep.
This is the I love you game where you try to say I love you to someone and they get shy
Or
and
flustered
they're flustered
yeah.
and they lose. But in this, I can't explain to you how bad or how painful it is to watch that like these characters are in this. So you really have to like, oh, it's a cartoon, so don't take it seriously. But like how are they going through their day playing this game and acting like oh my, I'm getting so heated. They are like living their lives and the only thing they do is play this game. They don't actually ever, these two characters in that one episode never have a conversation with each other.
Okay.
That isn't about just that. Like you have to like believe that the point of this is that, oh, you know what, they're childhood friends and like they're truly gonna like fall in love. But you can't believe it because all they ever do is play this stupid game, and it's not like smart like in Kaguya-sama or like well thought out tactics to try and like get that person like in a really, really cool or funny way. This is just like, I love you. And oh, it's just the same thing over and over. Maybe it'll get better, but I'm not going to find out.
Yep.
Bang. It's gone. It is so gone for me.
All right. I will kind of rapid fire my current thoughts so that we can get on to the food,
the food thing.
the food stuff. First of all, we were talking about the witch and the cat one when I was randomly assigned to that, and we were saying that's going to be so generic. Generic is the wrong word for it.
Okay.
All I will say is one of the main plot points in that first episode is the fact that the girl there's a black cat that's like embodied by a real human, and this girl gets told by an omniscient stone that she needs to kiss its bumhole. And that's not even the one I'm axing.
So you are using your bullet this week.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
using it. I am using it.
Okay.
And it is not, because I thought that was going to be the one I wanted to axe. Just from the title alone, I thought it was going to be so like boring and generic. There was, I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. The other one that I really thought I was going to axe is the why sing when you can warble or whatever that one is, about some Russian bird that like is like kind of human-ish.
Wow.
It's from Russia. I don't know.
You've gotten some really, all of mine were either just like generic or kind of a bit boring, but not like what you're going through.
Mine is strange. And there's this bird, and he just wants to eat like Japanese food and just like experience Japan because he's migrated from Russia. And so he stays with like a host family in Japan. And it's bizarre. I'm not loving that one, but it's also not the worst. My first random one was Needy Girl Overdose.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the first random one on my list. That was the first one I was assigned. That show is trying so hard to be so edgy. I thought it was going to be some like romance kind of thing. It is not. It is just some It's like overly philosophical and edgy, and there's like these scenes that are just like maybe a little bit explicit, and it just like the story, I don't even know how to tell you the story. I don't even think it's important. It's just like it's something about, I don't know whether it's set in the future. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's all about like your social status, and there's streamers, and it's all about streamers, and it's like how like a Twitch streamer or whatever, or YouTube. I don't know what platform they stream on, but it's like there's this like one really famous streamer girl, and she like over medicates on streams and like has breakdowns and everything, but she's also really cute and people like her, and she's like, and then the media is talking about like, this is a problem because everyone's looking up to her, which sounds like it makes so much more sense than when you're actually watching it. Because when you're watching it, this is not a show. It is like a collection of scenes, and you just have no idea what's going on at any moment. It's just like a scene happens, and then there's just like another scene, and then it'll cut to like real footage of a woman's mouth moving, and then it's just like text on the screen, and then it's just an assortment of visuals, and I just don't know what's happening, and I'm like, I am not watching another episode of this. I don't care how annoying or how...
That could... Oh, that's so interesting. Firstly, for that, I think that could get really interesting as you watch more of it. But so it's kind of sad that you're cutting it. But the other thing is, when I was describing what I was cutting, I was getting really angry, and then you were describing it, and you were just getting really confused.
There's just so little to grasp, like to latch onto with that show. It's like... I think you need to be 16 and just going through it to appreciate that one. And I just can't. Honestly, one of the big surprises for me, not big surprises, I think I picked it. I don't know whether it was randomly assigned to me. Was it randomly assigned to you? No, this is a different one. I'm talking about the Gyaru one.
We were both randomly assigned.
Oh, we were randomly assigned that.
We were both randomly assigned that.
That one, I genuinely enjoyed the first episode. That one was just fun.
That I thought would be horrible.
Yeah.
Because of the name. Anything with Gyaru or gals in the title, I generally avoid in a season. But this, I was like, oh, you know what? It's not trying to be totally ecchi. It's just like got this potentially cute outcome at the end of the season. I'm hoping. Yeah. I'm hoping.
Well, I thought it was going to be generic. I mean, I don't mind generic romance. I've read the whole of the Hokkaido Gyaru, whatever one. I liked that.
Look, if you watched or read that, then I think this is not going to be anything. From the vibe of that, I don't think this is anywhere near.
No, I mean the Hokkaido one is actually fairly innocent. It's
really?
It's nothing. Yeah, it's just sort of, I would say, mostly just like a cute romance. And it's one of my guilty pleasures is those cute romances. And this one is just a bit of fun. Like I think it's fun. I was surprised because I thought it was going to be, I don't know, maybe more generic or something. It's like it has charm, I think is the word.
Yeah, I think a K-pop group did the opening or the ending for it. I think Idol or aespa did the opening for it.
Right.
Not too sure. Or maybe it might be the ending, but I will fact check that for myself, I guess.
I'm wondering if that was the one. I remember one of the ones that I watched so far. It had like a banger outro.
I did see a Twitter post saying that like, oh yeah, this anime K-pop song is going viral. And I kind of just zoned out after that, but...
But anyway, there's probably stuff we're missing, but I think we'll kind of touch base a little bit each week. So I don't know if you've got anything else to add, but maybe we could.
Yeah, let's move on.
We could.
I think we'll be talking about this pretty much every week with what we're dropping or what we're keeping or anything interesting, and then just get on with it. Okay.
Yeah. So
the actual crux of the episode.
That was just the entree. Food related pun there.
Subscribe, like the video. For more great puns.
We might as well. You know what? I think this one's going to be good for us. I think we've been too civil with our discussions. I think this episode we really get into it and we
start fighting.
Yeah, I reckon we get straight into the first one.
So we're not going to read out all 8. We're just going to go
one at a time,
get the answer, and then move on.
Yeah.
Damn. So are you getting the scenario first? Or
I don't know which way to do it.
I reckon we say what they are, and then we get the scenario.
Yeah.
And then we get the scenario, because it'll be like, yeah, I think it'll be funny. Like, oh my god, I have to put that into that situation.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I've got my
number one?
I've got my Shohei Ohtani hat, which is a different kind of number one. These aren't. I don't think either of us. We've both randomized our orders.
Yeah,
I haven't even thought about the order in which I'm putting these. These are just my top 8 in general.
Yeah.
And then I literally randomized them. So
pretty much the same. I do know what my favorite food on that list is, but
okay.
Everything else is an S tier plus food for me.
I will say before getting into this, I think I have a hot take for almost every single item on my list. Almost every single one comes with a hot take on the side.
I will say this. I think all 8 of mine are going to win.
Doesn't even know the criteria.
I don't care what situation you're putting me in, man. There's no way this list is losing.
Dang. All right. Well, do you want to say your first food?
Okay, my first food is going to blow you away, man. Honestly, you're not ready.
You go.
I don't care what the situation is. My first food is a banh mi barbecue pork.
Dang.
Dude, I told you.
Dang. Okay. I feel
Damn, I hate it.
I feel like I'm gonna have hot takes even about yours as well.
Really?
No, okay. Honestly, banh mi, I mean, you kind of cooked with that one. Because it is genuinely one of my favorite foods, and I actually should have thought of that. But I have a sneaky little. Oh, okay. You know what? I'm gonna keep my lips sealed about this one because it's gonna come up later.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna give too much
away about the rest of your list.
About my too much about my opinions on that.
Your fourth hall or whatever they call the pinch hitters coming in later.
Yeah. Mine, rosé tteokbokki.
Oh,
specifically the rose. Sometimes I say rose, sometimes I say rosé.
Good, very good, very good. We'll see. But also, like, how big of a bowl of tteokbokki are you looking at?
So the rose one
I
usually
really get these details. How many tteokbokkis?
So tteokbokki is like, it's one of those foods that, like, on paper it shouldn't be my favorite thing. I don't love like overly chewy foods. I've got a really weak jaw. Like, my jaw actually clicks every time I chew. Like I'm gonna be drinking out of a straw by the time I'm 50. I've got a shocking jaw. So generally chewy foods aren't usually my favorite, but roast tteokbokki is just, I mean, tteokbokki in general, I really like it, but the rose one usually just hits. Hits. And it always comes with, like, and it's all the accoutrement, all the stuff that it comes with. They're like
the quail eggs and all that jazz.
the egg, and then the fried little seaweed rice things, and the mandu and all that kind of stuff. Like, it just slaps. I feel like there's probably never a day when I couldn't eat it. Like, I would probably feel like eating it almost any day. I don't eat it every day, but
that'd be crazy. So before we get into it, I would say, all right, with tteokbokki, I would take the banh mi over tteokbokki. I'm saying it, right? I reckon taste-wise, the banh mi wins, but I didn't put tteokbokki on my list. I'll come clean right now.
Yeah.
A version of tteokbokki that is better than the banh mi is a more personal one for me, where you get it and you put it in the air fryer. And you get the outside crispy and crunchy, and the inside still that chewiness. It's great. It's like so like specific though that I didn't put it on the list.
I've had like
something
deep fried.
I think deep fried would probably be pretty similar, but this is like there's no oil or anything going on.
Yeah.
So it's just like just a couple minutes in the air fryer, bang. That is so good. All right, let's chuck these guys in the Coliseum.
Do you want to pull the
one.
first one out? What does it say?
Best as leftovers.
Whoa. I think I might actually have it.
Yeah, I think tteokbokki's winning this.
Banh mi is
can't-
amazing.
Banh mi is gonna be finished when you eat it. Like if you have a banh mi, you're gonna eat it.
It's not
You don't
only
usually
that.
leave it over. You don't leave the banh mi.
It's not only that. Banh mi doesn't like keep well. I feel like banh
I've
mi.
never kept a banh mi. yeah.
have before because sometimes I'll like buy them like Uber Eats or something, and then I'll just get two, and I'll have the next one the next day. So I have had banh
So
mi.
you've done it and you realize this is a bad idea.
The bread, I think the banh mi bread is usually too hard, and then it just goes stale.
Also, if you get like the coriander in it, coriander heated up is not. It's just not. It's not great.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, look, I'll say it.
I think I lucked out there. I mean, that's
Tteokbokki is beating the banh mi, but in no other scenario should it be beating a banh mi barbecue. Like that was like a.
I actually think that was a juggernaut matchup.
Yeah,
there, because
that was
both of those things are some of my favorite foods.
I'd say the banh mi is kind of like a Hall of Fame fighter for me coming out.
Yeah,
and losing the first round. It's
about.
I can't believe that just happened. Unbelievable.
Yeah, because it's not. And the point is, like, look, if you're listening to this and you're going, that's unfair. I think the point is, it's all about which one ends up winning. And then what ends up winning is likely to be the most versatile food, not just the best in one or two situations. But if it can survive being leftovers, if it can survive, who knows what's next, then.
I can't believe this. Starting off on a loss.
That being said, there is a little bit of luck involved because not every food in the first bout is going to be judged based on leftovers. That was the only one that's going to be judged based on leftovers. And so
no repeats.
There's a little bit of a luck of the draw depending on, and that one you really got unlucky there.
Pour one out for the banh mi, man. I can't believe that just happened live. Oh, as soon as I read it, I was like, it's just not leftover food. Oh.
All right. So that one survives. I gotta write this down. I gotta keep track as we go, which I think is for listeners at home, I think it's good that I'm verbally keeping track along with them. So
yeah. True.
Okay. Do you want me to say my next
start
one?
off.
All right. This one. Look, my last one was, I would say, semi-specific. This one, out of everything on my list, is by far the most specific. And it might, you're gonna have to like, take my word for it because I'm not sure you would have had it.
Okay.
I am going for spicy gyukotsu ramen from Makotoya.
No. I have not had that. I know what spicy ramen is. I don't know what the gyukotsu modifier is.
Yeah, so tonkotsu is the pork broth. Gyukotsu is beef broth.
Okay, right.
So this is spicy beef broth. And in general, beef broth ramen for me does very well. But from this one place, Makotoya, it's like a chain in Japan. And it is just like one of the greatest bowls of food I've ever had. And every time I have it, and I've had it on different occasions, on different trips, at different locations in the chain, and every time it has always been amazing. My hot take, though, first, just quickly, is that I find most ramen to be mid, usually. Even in Japan, I think most ramen is kind of mid. That's my crazy hot take. I think ramen in Australia is borderline not worth eating. When you consider
blasted, you suck. You suck too. You shouldn't even exist.
When you consider maybe just how unhealthy it is, I just most of the time just don't really eat ramen in Australia because I don't think it's that good. But that is not just me being a weeboo. Just being like, no, Japan is best thing in Japan. Because genuinely, I do like ramen in Japan. I just would prefer most of the time the restaurant next door, whatever they're selling. Usually, I find ramen to be a little... It's not that ramen can't be good. I just find most ramen to be underwhelming. And this one is not. This one meets
Okay.
every expectation. Whenever the idea I have in my head of ramen, this does it. And more every time. What's yours?
So mine is similar in medium. It is a bulldog cheese carbonara.
Bulldog.
It's the pink
You're talking
one.
like the instant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
okay.
the pink one.
Yeah,
So-
that does slap.
It is I think the perfect amount of that bulldog spiciness
Yeah.
and sweetness, but I think like with cheese carbonara, they perfected it. Because like that's what
Yeah.
I think Korean food's sort of like famous for. It's being spicy and sweet at the same time.
Yeah.
Bulldog cheese carbonara, they nailed the formula there. And I think cheese carbonara is their most popular one that gets bought as the instant packets.
Really?
Yeah,
Even
even more
compared
than-
to the regular.
Yeah, even compared to the regular. I think it goes cheese carbonara regular than the tomato paste one. At
I-
least here in Australia.
have the Bulldog carbonara sauce in my fridge,
Yeah.
like a bottle of it.
Same.
Uh,
Same.
And I also have the regular one, the
Yeah.
non-carbonara one in my fridge. But there is something about the cheese too that you don't
Yeah.
get from just the sauce
Yeah,
alone.
I think
that
it's adding a certain
Yeah.
something that like
there's
really
something in that
changed.
powder.
Like I think because it's if you kind of look into the basics of what the noodle is, it's not that different to like Easy Mac and each. Oh, you know what I
Yeah.
just said? It's like, oh, if you add a little bit of bacon to this, it's not that far from a carbonara. It's like if my grandmother had wheels, she would be a bike.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you're adding cheese to like this kind of like pasty flour based
Yeah.
wheat dish, and then yeah, it's good. It's just
It
just
is good.
great.
It
It's
is
just
good.
great.
You're you've got another great one there, and that is one that I absolutely love as well. So I'm not gonna be doing any sabotaging when it comes to my
Well, if we don't know what situation, I
Yeah.
came in very, very confident with the previous run.
We will see.
They're
then.
both somewhat noodly, but yours has a broth and mine does not.
Yeah, unfortunately, you haven't had this one. I assume you have not been.
Yeah,
to
true.
Michael Toya. Although you are going back to Japan,
Yeah,
I highly recommend
I'll
going.
probably ask you to get me some like reminders of certain places to visit.
But that, on the other hand, I do get that whenever I can. Like honestly, if I'm getting instant noodles, that's what I'll go for.
The carbonara one.
Yeah. Sometimes noodles. Sometimes I'll go the tteokbokki version as well.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
either or.
I'm like probably 90% of the time getting the carbonara one, but then sometimes I try. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to see Huntrix on the Shin Ramyun or whatever. Espa's on there a lot as well.
Okay. You're.
What is it? What is it?
I've seen it, and I am so sorry, Sean.
What is it? Tell me.
Because you just.
Tell me.
It's like I've rigged this. Most photogenic.
Oh no! I have taken photos of the carbonara before, just like send to people like when they ask me what I'm eating, and it's never a good photo.
And we're talking just the perfect bowl of ramen. Just imagine the perfect bowl of ramen, but it's.
It actually seems like it's rigged. I mean, like, fair enough. Like, taste-wise, people can really argue for the two because you need to be in a certain mood.
Yeah.
Especially, you can't have ramen every day. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
way too rich.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the carbonara, you probably could very easily have that. The bulldog carbonara.
Yeah,
You
although
can
it
very
wouldn't be
easy-
good for you. Neither would
it's
be
not,
good for
it's
you.
not healthy, but you could because it's like having a mee goreng every day. Like someone
Yeah.
probably does that all the time
Yeah.
as like a pre-gym meal or something like that. But yeah, when you put that situation on it, you can't even argue, and I can't believe I didn't even get to argue. I didn't even get to argue twice in a row.
I think I think it would have been hard to argue like something to do with flavor about
Yeah, in
one of those,
general.
but we got one that ended up having a pretty clear thing there. I'm just marking down. So that means those two are going on. Will fight each other in the next round. I will try to remember that. I'll mark that down. Dang. Oh my God. Surely your luck's gotta turn around. Because you've been picking very good food, dude. And I think your foods are stronger than they've so far been stronger than I know some of mine on my list.
Okay, well, if this next one loses, I might not smile again for the next hour of this podcast or however long it lasts. Spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti bolognese. Oh, that's a hard sell for me.
Oh, you're not a fan of spaghetti bolognese?
I don't dislike it. I dislike so few foods.
So this is a bit of like a soul food for me because like my mom used to make it so much when I was a kid. So I kind of grew up with it. So I'd almost say spaghetti bolognese is made by my mom because the bolognese is what really sells it for me.
Yeah.
I could eat a different form of pasta with this bolognese that my mom makes. Just the amount of onion in it, the amount of meat, tomato paste, whatever else that goes into making the bolognese.
Yeah.
Any pasta boiled to al dente levels, bang, eat.
I guess
eat.
I'm gonna have to then. I mean, we don't know what the criteria is going to be, but I'm imagining I'm gonna have to kind of maybe even put aside some of my own preferences. I don't know to what degree we do that or how hard we fight.
Well, we haven't even had to fight yet. So like, think about it.
Yeah, so far it's been so easy.
Think about it when you need to do it.
But my take on bolognese is like, because my dad was the one that always cooked the bolognese, and it just is just like average food to me. Like it is just food. I don't mind it, but it's just kind of it's a little bit boring to me.
Okay, so also my mom is a cook.
Yeah.
So she does cook really, really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if your dad was a cook.
My dad cooks decently well. What I will say is that this is gonna sound so silly. I think I cook pretty well, and I will
you've tried to make a bolognese.
No, I will say that in my opinion, my bolognese is better. But I still don't cook it very often. As in, no, maybe I should reframe that. I know how to cook for my tastes.
Oh, okay.
So I know how to cook kind of whatever the dish is. I know how to make it so that I will really like it. And so I can cook a bolognese that I will really like, but I don't do it often because it's just not one of my favorite dishes.
Then again, like I'm not saying that a spaghetti bolognese from a restaurant will probably be like banging. I'm still more on the bolognese side of this that my mom made
interesting.
for most of my life.
Interesting.
And even now, maybe this weekend, I'll go get some.
I'm looking down at the matchup, and there is no world in which these two things have ever been pit against each other, which is surprising because bolognese is one of the classics. You would think that bolognese would be pitted against almost everything, but I've got a fun fact about this one. My third thing on this list, this is my only sweet on the list.
Okay.
My only dessert is just straight up custard.
Custard?
Yeah.
Spaghetti bolognese gotta lose to custard. Come on. I can't believe you
love custard.
It's just a condiment. It's not even a food.
A condiment. It is not a condiment.
It's like saying you put yogurt on here, dude. Come on. You can't do that.
You know, I talked to my siblings and caught up with them this weekend, and I was talking about the list, and I was talking about custard, and my brother was like, yeah, that's not bad. And then he was like, I would put yogurt. And so no, but okay, I would just say, like, I got a few things to say about this. First of all, before I continue, I only learnt this a couple of weeks ago. As a whole, a lot of Americans don't know what custard is. And that's not a joke. They just don't have it. They don't have custard.
Really?
Yeah. They don't have custard. And there's always going to be people in the comments being like, oh, yeah, we do. But I know this because I talked about it on stream. And on stream, I'm talking to, I don't know, 100 people at once. And the vast majority of them were like, didn't know what it was. And sometimes, like, someone said like, oh, no, we do have custard. Just sometimes we call it other things like ice cream. And I'm like, nope. Nope.
That's
not custard.
We have ice cream.
Because I think an American ice cream that is fairly common is a custard ice cream, which I think, and to explain things here, I think a custard ice cream is ice cream that has egg in it. Because I'm pretty sure a custard, I think all custard is technically egg and sugar. Or no, it doesn't. I don't even think it needs sugar. I think it's egg and
sweet.
Some sort of like flour. I think egg and flour together make custard, or it doesn't even have to be flour. I don't know what it is. The point is, what I'm talking about, just to explain it for people who don't know, is it's like an eggy, I guess pudding is the word. An eggy vanilla. It's like vanilla flavored egg pudding. And yeah, it can be different consistencies. So in like pastries, it's a thicker one. But here in Australia, you can buy it in the carton. You can buy it in the tub. And some people, yeah. I love custard. It's one of those things that's like, I don't know, maybe that was like the baby food I was given and I just never got over it.
Crazy.
I love custard. And it's like, I mean it broadly speaking, sure, eating it straight, I'm absolutely fine doing that. But if anything has custard, like any dessert, any pastry, any whatever, I'm going for it. Because it's just like my favorite dessert thing and it's not even close.
Just custard. I'm personally not the biggest fan of custard. Like when it's in things, I'm fine. I would never go for it straight. Like I would never raw dog a custard. I wouldn't mind it in a pastry, but generally it's so messy to eat as well. When you get a bite into it, it just goes on your shirt or something. But I would be very sad to see.
My mom's vanilla slice is one of the greatest things there is.
Spaghetti bolognese loses to custard here, man.
But I think we might have we have potential here for another obvious answer because they're so different. They're so different.
Sweet. All right.
So there you go. You can pull out
my own death warrant. All right.
How does custard win this one?
Highest ceiling.
Highest ceiling.
This is hard, I think. This is hard to argue because I can't believe custard really gets much better than just what it is.
Yeah. No, I think
spaghetti you can go to a lot of different restaurants. Certainly Italians have their Michelin stars as well. So you could probably get some pretty good spaghettis out there.
If I am going to argue for custard, it would be the patisseries out there.
Yeah.
There are some, insanely well-regarded patisseries.
Fair enough, but you said custard. I said spaghetti bolognese. Yeah. You can't add things to make it. Like I'm saying, the preparation of the spaghetti and the bolognese can increase the ceiling of what this flavor profile can be. Yeah. You have just custard, right?
I know.
You can't just say, all right, you got it from Peter's ice cream or Wall Street ice cream.
Talking about in theory if I were to argue custard, but I'm just not. I was just like I don't know how far we should string it out like each one, but I do agree that spaghetti bolognese has to. It just kind of has to win.
It's an actual dish.
I think
actual food. I came here with an actual food, and you didn't.
I think. I think if I had said custard pastry,
then I'd welcome an argument because you can go get some really nice.
Yeah, like the
patisseries out there.
Yeah, the patisseries, like the ceilings on those. Like you go to France somewhere, and I'm sure they're whipping up some crazy custard something.
Okay, first
But-
win on the board.
All right.
I would have been
so
devastated if spaghetti bolognese lost as well.
so,
Absolutely ruined. I think you're up first now.
so bolognese is the no, you'll be first, but bolognese is the first to make it through to the second round. We are now going to figure out what is going up against bolognese. And just to be clear for anyone that doesn't understand how a tournament bracket works, we're going through all the first ones first, and then we go through the next round after, and then we see then the winners versus each other, and we keep going on. So it's single elimination. Custard is out.
Okay, mine is now my only dessert on my list, and it is a banana fritter with some vanilla ice cream. Do you know what a banana fritter is? Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's I'm thinking like a warm banana fritter that's like kind of like been fried
Yeah,
out.
okay.
Scoop of vanilla ice cream.
I will say it's something that I haven't had too often. Too often, but it is tangentially related to one of my favorite desserts, which is a banana split.
Yeah, I mean banana splits are great as well.
Yeah.
They're usually warm too with the vanilla ice cream, but I think the deep frying of the banana like elevates the split
Honestly,
slightly.
if we're talking about just pure, I don't know, flavor.
Yeah,
just
pure
as a dessert
flavor.
goes,
Don't
I
think
think-
about the health.
Yeah,
Do not
I
think about health at all. You're just going in.
I think the banana fritter probably does beat a banana split. So I'm with you
If
on
that
that.
was
That's
the
another...
fight. If that was the fight.
Yeah, there you go.
and we're through. Next challenge.
Yeah, it turns out it's pretty easy to win when you don't have a competitor. All right, this one I feel almost some of my things that I came to. I didn't know how not to put this one on here.
Okay.
And this one's going to require just such like a. I almost put this one on here because I wanted to have a rant.
It's like something you don't even like.
No, I do like it. I just don't know how it's supposed to compete. And I have sort of a cheeky solution to this, but
Okay.
my my next one on the list is sandwiches.
So, okay. Are you saying that the form of food, sandwiches, is one of the best foods in the world?
Yes. I literally have this on here because one of my great food takes that I have believed for many years is that I think a sandwich is the ultimate form of food. Just in general.
I'm gonna have to disagree, man. I do not think so. I reckon a burger is better than a sandwich. I think a what's that word that it's like a burger but I think a bagel burger is better than a sandwich.
I think my point is, and I guess there's arguments to be had about whether a burger or a bagel is a sandwich. But
You're just gonna take anything.
no, my whole thing here is that I just think some stuff in between two slices of bread is like, that's just a complete food. That is all I need. I could easily survive on sandwiches for the rest of my life. I never, ever tire of sandwiches. I think any other food is like, if I eat it every day, I'm going to get sick of it. I will never get sick of sandwiches.
So for me, I've had a lot of bad sandwiches and also bread can be bad and the things inside it can be bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not like with any of the other foods that we've listed by like, oh, tteokbokki can be bad. No, it's like usually, no, it's not. Like tteokbokki is usually going to be pretty good. The instant noodles or the ramen, that's usually going to be like, at a certain level. Sandwiches very easily can be bad because you're getting the bread from like the supermarket and you're getting ham from the supermarket and you're just like chucking it together and
No, I understand.
you're just putting this like, ramshackled contraption together and then eating it. And it's just a bit of nothing, really. It's just a bunch of nothing that you're bringing
I get what you're saying. Bad sandwiches can be bad. I think my argument here is not that bad sandwiches are good. It's that I just think like, okay, a good sandwich, whatever, we could classify it as like a good sandwich, but I think sandwiches is just the ultimate form of food, and I just will believe that till the day I die. Just sandwiches, man. Just and like, sure, it's like, all right, peanut butter sandwich. It's like, all right, well, that's not too inspiring, but like, you get some like
Nutella.
no, you get some just like salad and some meat in between bread, and I just think it's the greatest thing. But that being said, I wanted to say that. I wanted that on the record. I wanted people to know my deep, deep admiration for sandwiches. I don't think it can be beat. But I also think it's so insanely broad that it's probably going to be hard to argue when we actually pull out the criteria, because as you're saying, all right, sandwiches can be bad. You know, are we talking about a peanut butter sandwich? Are we talking about whatever?
Yeah, and like, look, if the question was the ceiling, there is a ceiling to that. Like the ceiling.
No shot. There's no ceiling to sandwiches.
There's definitely a
sandwich. No,
sandwiches can only be so good.
No, sandwich. Yeah, and that good is the best it gets.
I can't believe it. There's so many better foods than sandwiches. Like you.
No, but you can have the greatest sandwich
Would you take
on planet
sandwich
Earth.
over your ramen?
The greatest sandwich on planet Earth, in my opinion, would be the best food on planet Earth.
No, the greatest sandwich on planet Earth might break in the top 50. Might. It might. I reckon look, viewers, if you go on Google and you just type in best foods ever, top 50 list, there is no shot that a sandwich appears. It would be, I reckon, like
a type of sandwich would.
No, it won't. If you like, if you try and like pull out like, oh yeah, if I like look at the basics of what the food is, and you say 2 noodles that have like a little piece of meat.
No, okay.
That's a sandwich.
I'm not a hot dog is a sandwich kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I am a banh mi is a sandwich kind of guy.
Banh mi is not a sandwich. For one thing, that would be like saying a sausage sizzle is a sandwich.
No.
Because a banh mi is generally not even cut all the way through.
Riddle me this, Siobhan. Riddle me this. Is a sub a sandwich?
No.
What?
It's not. It's just gone beyond it. It's like saying spaghetti is noodles. It's just not the same thing anymore.
So you're saying like a Subway 6-inch, you know,
it's a sub.
It's not a sandwich.
It's like a baguette, dude. It's closer to a baguette than it is a sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
It's not. It's just not. It's just not. It's too different. It is too different.
Okay.
Here's like a similar thing. Yes, it's both bread. But it's like you have a fried egg and a boiled egg. They are just very, very different taste profiles and used in different foods as well. When like they're served up, the big bread in a banh mi or a baguette type bread, it's being used for a different purpose.
You're saying buns don't count. You're saying a sandwich needs to be sliced bread.
If you want to argue that burgers are sandwiches, I will reluctantly agree. But a sub, even like the form factor is different. Like it's like this elongated piece of bread as well. Like the burger, yeah, sure, it's just a bit more circular than the usual triangle or square sandwich you'd have.
I think it is funny that we have ended up on the what is a sandwich debate, because it's like the most common food debate there is. But what I will say, there's a weird nuance. Like if we're talking about whether a burger is a sandwich, you know, like Americans will call a chicken burger a chicken sandwich. They won't call it a burger. And they will hotly debate that, as they have many times in my streams before. Because
often do sandwiches get brought up in your streams?
Because this burger discussion comes up a lot, because I'll just call something like a chicken burger, and they'll be like, a chicken burger doesn't make sense. I think it's like an oxymoron. When an American says burger, they're referring to the beef patty.
Oh, okay. Kind of like how people go like hot dog, but they're talking about the sausage inside.
Yeah. Well, yeah. my opinion, and I think it's a typically agreed upon Australian definition, is that a burger refers to the buns, actually. Like a burger is when you get burger buns and you put something between it. You're like defining, but in my opinion, what you are doing is you are defining the type of sandwich in terms of what bread you're using. So I would say that a burger is a sandwich that uses burger buns. And I would say that Subway is a sandwich that is using a sub as the bread. You know what I'm saying?
So then you can extrapolate out to anything that's like a flour-based thing with something in between.
Yeah, but and you know what? I had a brief version of this debate. I had a brief version of this debate with my siblings when they were bringing it up, because they were also like, "What do you mean a sandwich? Like, how far does this go down?" And my brother was like he was taking it too far. He was saying that like a burrito is a sandwich. I'm like, a burrito's not a sandwich. A burrito's not a sandwich.
I agree with your brother. If you're
think
take
a burrito is a sandwich?
I reckon if you're gonna take it down this path, you have to do like reductio ad absurdum. You take okay. So if we're doing this, I think you have to just kind of like not draw a line, but just say, and you don't have to even go like, this is a sandwich, this is not. You just need to go. Let's just take the most basic thing, like the most obvious version of a sandwich, and put it up for this bracket, because otherwise you will be like, you want to describe what the best version of it is, and it's gonna be hard to describe.
Okay, well, yeah, well, I was just gonna say, I think what comes down to like what is a sandwich, I think people will get funny about their definitions and say what is and isn't a sandwich. In my opinion, it's about what upholds the spirit of the sandwich, and I think a banh mi upholds the spirit of the sandwich.
I would say a banh mi is further from a sandwich than the Subway is.
No, I know, but they're so similar. But they're so similar. They're both kind of it's both a bun with stuff in it, and I feel like that is a sandwich. What I was hinting at the start when you said banh mi with pork is I was going, okay, well, I might take a different banh mi, the banh mi I prefer, and sub it out for my sandwich argument, because I'm going to say the sandwiches thing, and I know it's not going to land. So I'm going to sub it out.
Okay.
Food pun. For...
There you go. Subscribe and like the video. More great puns.
If you would allow me to sub it out for a cold cut banh mi.
Cold cut. All right. That's your favorite type of banh mi. I'll allow it because it was just a sad situation to see that banh mi go away so early. Died too soon. Had so much to live for.
Because I guess like I'm not saying this in like a trying to be sneaky, trying to get my way around. I literally thought that the second you said it, I was like, oh, that's what I'll put down as my sandwich then. Because in my head, a banh mi is a sandwich.
Okay.
And kind of on that note, when I'm saying sandwiches are the greatest food ever, I think what I'm saying there is I'm including things like subs and banh mi's and everything. That's what I mean. Where it's just like, it's the perfect type of food. But anyway, we can move on from that.
We had this whole argument and you're not even putting sandwich in this banh mi. That's like me saying, oh, okay, pasta. And then, but for the pasta, I want to put spaghetti bolognese.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I think that'd be fine. Because
That's a crazy take. I was trying to be ridiculous. You're like,
no, but I think the point is, the real comparison is if you said, look, I've got pasta on here. I know it sounds ridiculous, but what I'm saying is pasta is the greatest food on earth in all of its forms, in all of its how all the different ways it can come. I think pasta can't be beat. Then I would go, okay. And then you go, all right, but I'm going to put a specific pasta down for the argument. Because that's what I'm saying about sandwiches. And the sandwich I will put down is the cold cut banh mi. And even that, I think, is a little bit of a hot take because I don't think it's the popular one.
I don't think so either. I'd say that's probably like number 4 or 5 on like the most ordered ones.
I'm going to hazard a guess and say that might be like an Australian thing because I don't know what the number 1 most popular is in Vietnam, but I think cold cut is doing some numbers in Vietnam, at least higher numbers.
Really? I mean, I would have no idea.
Because it doesn't, even the sound of it, like an Australian's not going for the cold cut one. I and this is purely vibes based. I don't actually know the facts here, but I always feel a little bit like
You're in
whatever
the know. You're in
yeah,
the know. And you
when-
go,
like I'm always
really?
like the Vietnamese auntie, like it gives me like a little nod if I'm like, I'll take the cold cut.
And then she goes, turns around like, this white guy's crazy.
this white guy's practically Vietnamese. He's ordering the cold cut.
Yeah, he must know. He must know. That's not happening. That's not real. All right.
I love a cold cut banh mi. I think the meat-based banh mi's I guess the only way to say is sometimes to me it feels like they're trying a little too hard.
Mhm.
Whereas the cold cut banh mi is perfect in its simplicity.
Fair enough. For me, I think the barbecue pork banh mi, I think it's the number one, like banh mi, as in like terms of popularity. I think it just goes so hard because banh mi's aren't something you just have all the time. It's like like most, I'd say like you're having it like once a week, maybe twice a week.
Yeah.
And that space in between the buffer that you create naturally for it is perfect. It's like evolution has created this food that like gives you time afterwards, and then you go for it the next time. You're already primed for it. You're like, your body has like regulated itself to get into banh mi mode, and then you eat it, and then like, all right, no more banh mi for now, and then you go on with your day, and then bang, banh mi. That's why it can't be leftovers, because your body's already so primed.
Well,
you just eat it all and you're done.
Well, on that note, my last point about the supremacy of the cold cut banh mi is that it keeps better. So like if you're not eating it straight away, you can put it in the fridge. You don't need to reheat it.
Yeah, so this is something that we're very different on, because it's such a small little thing. Like it's not even like, it's smaller than a Subway sub. Like it's just about there.
Yeah.
Like you just eat it. And
So it's going to cool down quick.
I don't know. I just eat the whole thing, man. I
well,
never leave banh mi over. That's why the leftover thing was so devastating to me, because I've never left banh mi over, and I never ordered two.
There's a couple different situations in which I get banh mi, and in both cases I have to wait before I eat it. I'm never like eating banh mi
Fresh.
the second I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because either I need to drive to get it, because you wouldn't believe. I mean, I'm not going to dox myself, but around here there's so much Asian food. There is no Vietnamese.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I would have sworn that while driving here, I would have
think-
seen at
I
least
think
one.
There is like a pho place now, but they don't do
They
banh
don't do
mi.
banh mi's.
You can't get banh mi. There's like inside the shopping center. There's like a
Surely there's a banh mi
there
place.
is one banh
like
mi
a
place.
rolled or something.
There's one banh mi place, but it's like a I don't know. It's like a whitewashed banh mi. They do like karage banh mi, and it's like that's not.
That could probably, I don't know. Interesting.
It's like it's fine. Their banh mi's fine, but it's a little bit sad when I eat it. I'm like, I should be eating something real, because we have very good banh mi kind of down the road, and so we have to drive to go get it, and in that case, usually drive back home before I eat it,
Okay.
or get it delivered. And either case, you're not necessarily eating it in prime conditions, and the cold cut banh mi survives that. It's still in its prime, like 30 minutes later. Whereas the meat-based ones, they can get a little sad.
I mean, believe what you want. I think it's fine. Okay. Pull out the scenario.
All right. Let's talk later. All right, let's see if it was worth
The
it.
sandwich.
Least likely to disappoint. I
Banana,
forgot what
banana
yours
fritter.
was.
Banana fritter. Banana fritter can't disappoint, man. It just
Over a cold cut banh mi? Okay, no, yeah.
No,
right.
because there's so many situations, I think, that anytime you have the banana fritter, it's just it's like pure taste. It's like so much flavor and like sweetness.
It could be maybe too oily.
The banana fritter.
Yeah.
I mean, the banh mi could be maybe too crumbly.
No,
on the bread.
I know. Banh mi can
Crumble too much.
banh mi can sometimes
Create a mess.
there is a lot that can go wrong with a banh mi.
Too much coriander, that can really ruin it.
the bread can be too hard. That's one that annoys me.
Bread generally can decide a banh mi is like
And honestly, I think the biggest nail in the coffin for the banh mi is for the cold cut banh mi is that sometimes the cold cuts themselves don't slap. Like sometimes
no, that's like the thing that creates the flavor too.
Sometimes they're a bit.
It's kind of sad though to see the banh mi lose again.
Yes.
Oh no.
So we have our second
a dessert got through.
bracket there. Which we will, okay, so
that's the Frito versus the spaghetti. So it's two of yours against each other, and then two of mine against each other.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Interesting. And then what I wonder when we get around to that, are we each going to pick one to champion? I think so far they've all been obvious.
Yeah, with the
we haven't had to do too much arguing.
Yeah.
But I do like the general discussion beforehand of what we think is better before the answer just comes out of the hat.
Yeah.
It's like we spend so much time we actually discuss, see if we can come to a conclusion, and then it's just like moot anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, that's what's happening.
I think I'm first.
Yes, you are, because I said banana fritti.
Okay, so for the third bracket, the first contestant.
Ooh.
You pulling up your list?
Yeah, sorry, because it closed. It closed, so I need to find it again.
All right, my one here, and this is one, maybe a more recent one, I would say in the past, maybe 2-3 years. This one has come up.
2-3 years is still a long time, I'd say.
Yeah, but it's actually, I would say like over that time, it like just kind of came up, and then over the course of a year, just like incidentally became quite possibly like my favorite. I would say it's like my favorite dinner out of everything on the list. This is the one that by far I have the most of for dinner. I mean, I eat a lot of sandwiches, but if we're taking the cold cut, this is one that I eat the most for dinner. Nasi lemak.
Okay, nasi lemak. That's pretty good.
I'm a big nasi lemak fan.
You have that often for dinner? Really?
Oh yeah. I cook it.
You cook it?
I cook it. I get it. I don't get it delivered too often, but there are a lot of Malaysian places around me, and I kind of it is one of those dishes I like so much that every time I go to a Malaysian restaurant, but my wife will tell you, I have a personal rule. Every second time I go to a Malaysian restaurant, I'm not allowed to order nasi lemak, because otherwise I will just order it every single time and I'll never get to eat any other Malaysian food.
I wish, man, look, so that brought up something in my mind, right? So, some of the girls, they love, my girls, I mean like my friends, some of the girls, some of my daughters, no, like some of my friends, they love pad see ew. They love pad see ew, and they'll swear by it. Every time we do Thai food, Vietnamese. I'm sorry, that could be like really rude to even guess.
I think it's Thai.
I think it's Thai. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's Thai.
Yeah,
because pad Thai is Thai. So pad see ew. Cut this out. I never made a mistake.
Every time you say cut it out, I always just leave it in. Right?
Hey, leave this in. All right, so every time we do Thai food and we go in, or we're ordering Uber Eats or something like that, they would always order pad see ew. I'm like, just try something else, please. I know you like it. I know it's your favorite food. Just try something else. They're like, no. They're like, I found my favorite food, so I'm gonna keep ordering. Like, no, please explore. Because, and like my philosophy is, I always order something new at a restaurant, especially if I have a favorite food at it. Because, look, for one thing, if it's a cuisine you have a favorite food of, then you're almost more likely to find something else that's good as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like the cuisine created it.
Yeah.
And also, if you don't keep trying new foods, you're never going to find your next favorite food either. So your rule, when you have your favorite food for the nasi lemak, to do every second time, it's great. It's brilliant. It's like exactly what you need to be doing.
Yeah. And I'll say I always love everything else I get as well. We surprisingly eat a lot of Malaysian. Like we eat a lot of Malaysian. It just sort of accidentally happened. We have just like kind of fallen in love with Malaysian food. It all slaps.
Yeah,
like it's
Malaysian
all so
food's
good.
pretty good. I'd almost say it's underrated.
Yeah, I think so. I think, Thai and, Indian and that, and then obviously Japanese, Korean, like that, they're like the big hitters that get a lot of attention.
I feel like, Thai food is a genuine juggernaut. And then Japanese and Korean food I don't think they're always compared to like Thai or Indian, anything like more curry based versus like the Korean or Japanese food, which generally isn't very curry based.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Thai is such a juggernaut in that field of like food from Southeast Asia that's popular. Anyways, mine.
Yeah.
Your Nasi Lemak is going up against gochujang chicken.
Okay.
Gochujang chicken. So
wait.
generally with gochujang chicken, you're eating it with something. So like either tteokbokki or like noodles or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I put gochujang chicken instead of like gochujang chicken in a meal because my favorite part of that meal is just the gochujang chicken.
Yeah. And you're talking the actual like grilled chicken, like the
chicken is grilled and then the gochujang paste is cooked into it.
What's the name? Sort of fire chicken or something like that in Korean, the dish. I forget.
I'm not really too sure what you're talking about.
I know what. Well, there's gochujang chicken, but I feel like gochujang chicken is broadly descriptive.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas there's this actual dish that is essentially gochujang chicken, and I know the name of it. It's just not coming to my mind because
I think we both know what gochujang chicken that I'm talking about is, though, right?
Yeah.
So we can go off of that premise, even though maybe the viewers might be confused as to what I'm saying because it's such a broad term.
It's like essentially like a stir fry chicken with a spicy stir fry chicken.
Yeah.
Korean spicy stir fry chicken.
And like for the sake of this argument, it's just the chicken, and they haven't really added any of the extra things to make that whole dish a full dish. Yeah. Because I care mostly about that grilled chicken.
Okay. So again, you've managed to hit me where it hurts because this is also one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
I've had it in Korea quite a few times, but I also genuinely will try to get it at Korean restaurants. Often I'll get it over the fried chicken. Like I would prefer it over fried chicken.
Same.
And it is one of like my most cooked dishes at home.
Really?
It's one of the it's easily one of my go-to dishes that I'll cook. If I don't know what I'm cooking, I'll generally cook that because it's gonna be good.
It's my meal prep as well. Yeah. I usually I don't have anything to like grill it, but like I'll chuck the chicken into my wok and then put the gochujang paste and then fry it up before I put rice and stuff in. But yeah, that's my meal prep. Well, okay, what is this scenario?
We got two good Asian, just good meals there. Wait, oh no, your turn to read? I think it's your turn.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. And they're very comparable kind of dishes, like similar-ish.
This is annoying.
Tell us.
I would have to lie. Now, most impressive if you've cooked it. So
okay, hold on. There's a couple of caveats with these because I have thought about this. This question can be interpreted two different ways, and I think one of them doesn't really work and the other one does.
Okay.
Because one of them is like, if you personally have cooked it, how impressive is the dish? Or maybe if you had cooked it, how impressive was it? But that's not really the question. I think the point is, imagine
someone else has come and then they're seeing you cook it?
No, I'm saying like, okay, we're taking the quality of what it is as you would get it at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've cooked it.
Oh,
how impressive is that to other people? So in other words, how impressive
or
is
like
the
how
dish?
complicated is it to make? Or
Yeah,
something
like
that.
how impressive is it if the average person cooks
I
it?
definitely should have said gochujang chicken with other things in it because that makes it a lot more.
You
impressive.
just explained the process. You're like, I just chuck in some gochujang and some chicken. And
Yeah, it makes it a lot more impressive. You have tabaki and like quail eggs and like a couple other little things in there.
I think still either way, nasi lemak is such like it's got such a presence.
It's a restaurant meal, I'd say. So I
Because-
think it's more impressive to have a nasi lemak being cooked by someone.
I think because of all of the elements that make it up.
Mm.
Like you've got the nuts and the cucumbers and the
Yeah.
egg and the anchovies and all that, and the rice in the little bowl. And then
Yeah, and the rice
thing.
sometimes comes as a bowl,
Yeah.
like turned upside down. And like, oh, he did that.
And then it's
He
all the
even
different
turned the
pieces.
rice upside down.
I will say, just even by how we've talked about it, because I have cooked both, and I cook the gochujang chicken a lot more often because it is a lot easier
Yeah,
to cook.
it is. I mean, I did for meal prep, so
In
it's
fact-
not totally impressive.
In fact, the nasi lemak, I cook it sometimes, and usually I don't cook it more often simply because it is a bit of a fuss to cook. And like the first time I did cook it, I literally posted a photo of it onto my Twitter because I was proud of it, and I feel like
That's
that's
so good.
got to be
Yeah, no,
that's got to
I'd
be
say it takes it.
signs that it's
I tell you what, though, if that bout was best as leftovers, gochujang chicken is taking that.
oh yeah,
Gochujang chicken,
because
great.
it's
It
essentially
comes as
essentially the
basically
same.
You're just creating, yeah.
it's like the same the next day.
I've just cooked up leftovers. Here you go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, what's
Nasi
next?
lemak, yeah, because
What
nasi
is
lemak has
next?
so many like crunchy elements and everything. It's not easy to reheat. It's got cucumber. Cucumber's hard to reheat. It's like, well, you don't want to. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a whole.
There's a
That's
few
a whole
things there.
faff.
Okay, I think I'm first this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you said nasi lemak.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is another Asian dish. Surprise, surprise. Masaman curry. I would pick
Yeah.
lamb for my meat.
Oh, lamb.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd pick lamb. That's a more personal thing because lamb is my favorite, just in general.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I'm gonna say lamb, masaman.
Lamb is probably my least favorite.
Oh,
meat.
really?
Just in general.
Oh, yeah. So lamb in general is my most favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
But in a masaman, I'll take lamb. Like, there's a few things that I'm very happy with lamb in. Like, one is a kebab.
Yeah, with kebab, I
And, like,
always pick. I mean, like you can already
Yeah.
tell because it's my favorite meat. But like,
Yeah. That's a very strong one.
I think masaman. If you did Google best foods ever, masaman's appearing in that like top 50 list. It's just going to. It's such a flavorful curry, and then they don't overdo it with the cashews that they add. It's just a couple of nuts here and there, and then the meat is basically slow cooked.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it's so rare. I mean, I don't know if I ever have had a bad masaman.
It's hard
Yeah.
unless you like easily get sick from
Yeah.
Indian food. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. I
Do you have any bad
think
things to
that's-
say about masaman?
I don't. I think the only bad thing I can think of is like my wife can't eat it.
Oh no,
She can
Sucks.
eat, yeah, because she can't eat red meat.
Oh,
Um,
that sucks.
And
More for
usually it's very rare to find masaman without red meat.
Yeah,
So if she's ever gonna eat it, I'd cook it at home with like chicken, which at that point it feels like a
It's-
different dish.
Yeah, that would taste pretty different.
It's still good, but
Yeah?
it's a
I mean,
different
the
it's a
curry
different
is
dish.
getting
Yeah.
carrying most of the flavor. All right, what are we looking at?
Okay, I have.
I love how many times you looked at your list and just laughed.
Yeah, because this is a little bit of a like now that you know what happened, now I can pre-warn you again. This is a bit of a sandwiches scenario where I'm going broad with it because I am trying to make a broad statement, but I have already written down
That's more specific.
if I
one.
have to be specific. And I'm sorry, this is not the last time I'm doing this, by the way, but
There's not even that many left.
I just
How many more are left? Oh, okay.
Okay. So broadly, tuna.
Okay, I'm not as annoyed as the sandwiches thing for this, but I feel
is
like
more
you
specific than
have to
sandwiches.
be, I feel like you have to be specific because like raw tuna and then like
So
smoked tuna are like pretty different.
yeah, smoked, cooked. You could
Yeah.
have, you know,
And like when you're saying this, you're not saying
canned.
like tuna in sushi. That's kind of almost unfair because that's almost like you're putting up sushi.
So I write
'Cause
down
I
I write
wouldn't-
down tuna because I think tuna, first of all, I think is the greatest fish.
Okay.
And but beyond that, I'm saying the same thing about it as I'm saying about sandwiches, in that I think tuna in all forms is amazing. Like all of the forms that tuna tends to come in are all goated, and even all the way down to canned tuna. I love canned tuna. It's like one of the greatest like inventions.
I'm not going to say anything bad about tuna, but you'd rarely find me saying anything good about it either. I just think it's because it has been consumed in so many forms for me. I just don't find it that special.
I think, in my opinion, and I guess this sounds
potato.
strange. I don't think so, because in my mind, I write tuna down because I think it's actually kind of underrated. And I'm not going to say canned tuna is underrated, although I kind of believe that just because of how much I like canned tuna. But in general, I think, I think salmon catches all the attention.
It does.
Salmon's like the hot older sister, and it's like everyone goes for salmon.
What's tuna in this analogy?
I don't know. I don't know, slightly more nerdy, like younger. But you got to take the glasses off.
This is the Velma. The Velma of the fish family.
But especially, if we're talking sushi, when it comes to sushi, salmon, like everyone always goes for the salmon. And I think tuna is better. I think tuna is better in every I just think it's such a great fish, an underappreciated fish, especially in the sushi world. I have written down as my actual answer, the one that's actually I'm putting forward to
Tuna
compete.
sandwich.
I tell you what. Tuna sashimi.
Okay.
Maguro sashimi. I
Okay.
think it slaps it, and it's well, I would say one of my favorite foods, but that's the whole point.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I'd say that's probably, in terms of forms tuna can come in, probably one of the best. Probably one of the best.
I put it down there, and as I've just explained, I put it down there knowing it's not the more popular sashimi. I think in general, when people are dipping their toes into sashimi, people usually prefer the salmon.
Yeah. I think it's more like easier to pick it. Like,
but
pick that one.
I have like my own anecdotal evidence of like Jade always preferred salmon sashimi, and I was always going on about the tuna, and she's always like, it's fine. And then one time we went to like a nice fish market in Kyoto, and she tried some like good tuna sashimi, and she was like, oh my god, like she's like, this is it, and she's become a full convert now. She's like, tuna sashimi, she's chasing that high. Yeah. Because good tuna sashimi, it's like butter. Like it has just the perfect texture. I actually find it strange that people tend to, even people who are a bit unsure, tend to go towards the salmon, because salmon's like more slimy.
I think though salmon has a higher flow. It doesn't get that bad. Like even bad salmon is kind of okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's a bit slimy, but whatever. Whereas like bad tuna is almost like, I'd say not bad, but like borderline tasteless, or like it just doesn't have anything.
Yeah,
it's a bit like bitter and then a bit nothing.
I'll always have it with wasabi. I mean, I love wasabi.
I say adding something. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have it with soy sauce. I have it with wasabi. I will say that, cheap tuna sashimi can get that sinew or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then that's no fun. But as long as it doesn't have that, I actually generally prefer the leaner cuts over the really fatty cuts, the more expensive fatty cuts. I just prefer it. But anyway, that's mine.
Let's see what's gonna happen here.
All right. Oh, I forgot about this one. What was yours again? What was your food? Masterman. Oh, okay. The food you'd give to Beerus.
Beer.
Because Beerus, the god of destruction, has come to destroy planet Earth, and you are trying to tempt him.
So you know what's crazy about this? Is that if we were there, we would both probably argue for each of these foods to be given to Beerus, right? Because it's not like I don't think there's an obvious answer here. We're genuinely asking, because he's like, oh, you know what? Though there is an actual more obvious answer. Beerus has is that Whis? Maybe Whis has a sweet tooth. I
think Whis has a sweet tooth.
Yeah, whereas Beerus does eat normal, which makes it even harder for us.
Should explain. Beerus is from Dragon Ball Super. He's the god of destruction. He comes to planet Earth and he's about to destroy planet Earth. Bulma kind of entertains him a little bit, sort of saves. I don't remember the exact line of events, but generally gives him a lot of Earth food, and that's kind of why he likes keeping Earth around, is because of all the tasty food. Yeah, one of the reasons. All the tasty food that Earth has to offer. So it's like, I'm imagining this scenario. He's got his finger out and he's about to blast Earth into smithereens. And we're like, quick, give him something.
And then Luke and Siobhan turn up. One person with a bowl of Massaman curry.
We know we only have one chance. Here's my thing. My gut said Massaman, but I thought about it for a second more, and I feel like Beerus, first of all, let's...
Are you going to say he's Japanese?
No.
Japanese creation, so you would like the sashimi.
He's a cat.
He's a cat. He is a cat.
He has to like fish.
I think he will like it. I'm not saying he's going to dislike it, but I'm just imagining the scenario that Beerus gets the bowl of Massaman curry, eats it. It's obvious good. So he finishes it and he feels full and he's like really, really happy. Whereas he's going to enjoy the sashimi, but he's going to eat it so quick and it's going to be over. That one, there's a nice scenario where he's like, I'm going to spare Earth because I can get more of that sashimi I liked. Or two, he's going to be annoyed with Earth for not having given him enough food and he goes Hakai and destroys the planet.
Look, I think you might be right, but not for that reason. Because first of all, tuna are huge.
Oh, wait, you're giving him the whole tuna?
Well, why not? Who's talking about volume? Why not?
Prepare the whole sashimi for I don't know. Dude, one bowl of Massaman curry is like, look, you gotta represent the food properly.
Yeah, but you can give him as much as he wants, presumably. We're not talking about volume here. We're just talking about the food itself. But I do think Massaman might win because just thinking about it for a second more, I'm like, I know he's a cat. He probably does like fish, but he's got to have fish from other planets.
Yeah.
Right? And it's
sure like
it's different, but it's
food.
But it's like, I'm arguing tuna might be the best fish, but am I willing to bet that it's so much better than other fish he's tried?
From other planets.
Yeah. Is Earth worth keeping around just for the tuna?
You kind of I can imagine him kind of scoffing down a bowl of Massaman curry. Like, that's something like you'd see in an anime, like a brownish like thing on a spoon. It's just, that just fits.
It's more
the
wholesome.
Like
the food is wholesome.
Beerus would be doing. Yeah, I reckon Massaman fits the picture.
I think you're right. I think that,
but both might save it.
Yeah, they both might do it, but But the more I think about it, the more I think tuna might just be too similar to stuff you can get on other planets. Whereas Massaman is a whole dish prepared by humans with all history behind it to make it taste how it does. And there's so much going on There's like complexity, whereas the fish is just fish, and he's probably tried similar stuff because he's literally he has a fish, doesn't he? There's like the fish of time or whatever that
it's
thing
like
is.
the oracle fish.
So there's definitely fish. He's had plenty of fish. I think Masaman does win. All right.
There's two more.
There's still two more.
We've been recording for so long. Maybe we should be a bit quicker with these two.
Yeah. We can start hustling.
Did I say Masaman first?
Yeah, I think I'm going first now. Okay. This one. Say this one requires some explanation, but that's every single thing on my list. But this one's for a different reason. This one is lohikeito.
Okay, finish.
Yeah.
Finish.
Yeah, so this is a Finnish dish. I felt like I had to put a Finnish dish on there, not just out of obligation, but because I don't know, it's true. Like I went into this going, I know there must be a Finnish dish that would like if I could only take 8 foods, I'm picking a Finnish dish. Lohikeito, in my opinion, is the best that Finland has to offer. Finnish food tends to be kind of bland, a little more simple. I guess, like some of the Japanese foods, kind of like that, like where it's more about the, I don't know, individual ingredients or whatever it is. But
what is it?
Lohikeito, yeah, I should translate. It just means salmon soup. But it sounds worse than it is.
It sounds so bad.
If you saw a photo of it, you would go, "Oh, okay, that's better than what I was imagining."
Okay.
It's sort of like a
fish, a salmon, just in some water.
Yeah.
In a bowl.
First of all, what makes a big difference to the mental picture is that it's the main kind of broth of it. It's not water based. It's like milk and butter. So it's like this buttery, milky soup with some like potato in there and salmon and maybe some like carrot or something.
I can picture it being like a kind of hearty meal.
Yeah, and then dill. Dill's a huge flavor in Finnish food. But it is one of those ones that's it's better than the sum of its parts, like far better than some of its parts. It's always so good. It is just such a nice, like, heartwarming dish.
Yeah, I can imagine it as like a nice hearty soup.
Yeah. And the big thing to keep in mind is that it's not watery. It's milky. It's milky,
Okay.
milk and butter, and like so milk, butter, and potato and salmon. It's very good.
Okay. Well, mine does not require very much explanation. We did touch on it earlier.
Okay.
Mine is a lamb kebab.
Oh, okay.
Just
Not even mixed. Just
no mix.
What about what sauces are you going?
I'm going the Holy Trinity.
Okay.
Yeah. The Holy Trinity, if anyone doesn't know, is barbecue sauce, aioli, and hot chili.
Yeah.
Just
That is pretty good.
sometimes different places will like kind of stuff up the sauce ratios, and the only way to fix it is just take the hot chili out and you get the barbecue and the aioli. But usually if you're going to a decent kebab shop, they'll do the chili sauce in the right amount and it won't just overpower the flavor of the barbecue and the aioli. But hopefully everyone knows what kebab is. I feel like it's so popular and normal.
To be fair, I feel like every country has like a different
Oh yeah,
version
some
of a
people
kebab.
call kebabs like the meat on a stick thing,
Yeah.
but we're talking about basically a wrap.
Yeah, it's like
Basically a wrap.
it's like a flatbread wrap with
Yeah.
lamb in it.
With lamb in it,
That's-
lettuce, tomato,
Like
onion,
shaved
Yeah.
lamb. Yeah.
shaved lamb. All right, let's look at this one right here.
What do we got?
Which you'd prefer for 7 days straight
You eating
in one meal, or like both lunch and dinner?
one meal,
So like you have to have it for either dinner or lunch, every day.
Yeah, lunch or dinner. Every day for a week.
I could easily do the kebab though. I could do the kebab because it's so. I mean, I suppose your soup would be filling as well, but I'd say the kebab is giving me basically a full meal, all carbs, fats, and protein.
Yeah, but it's so like
And
it's so much.
It
It's
is.
so,
It is. I feel like
so
the
oily
soup.
and
I feel like the soup. I don't think I could have soup that many days in a row. That like
Oh, welcome to
soup-
my childhood.
Fair enough, but like it's too rich. It's almost like the ramen situation, like having ramen multiple. Imagine this was the ramen question. It'd be an instant loss. I generally think it's too rich to have. I don't even know what this soup is.
That's the hard thing about it. It's not rich.
It's not. It's okay.
It's not like a thick heavy broth. It's just
I'm almost picturing almost like a pumpkin or tomato.
Oh no, it's like
type of thing.
It's like the consistency of milk. It's essentially just milk,
right?
Seasoned, and then it's like milk instead of water,
God,
so that it's
way
more.
Too much milk then. It's way too much milk. It's way too much milk for 7 days.
This is too hard because I'm just explaining a dish that you haven't had.
Yeah, true.
True. This is okay. Wow. Well, this is going to be hard
7 days. I feel like people have done kebabs 7 days in a row.
I don't think that's... I think that
it's definitely not healthy.
I think my heart would stop.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like, I feel like it would clog my arteries.
But you would probably be having a really good time that 7 days.
No. You'd be having a good time the first 2 days. And then by day 3, you're eating a kebab again. I'd be like, make it stop. It's too much. Honestly, by the time I finish one kebab, I'm like, I don't need that again for a while. I feel like it's too much. I feel like just a nice hearty soup is just like I couldn't eat kebabs 7 days in a row.
It's tough because I don't know what this soup is. But then maybe 7 days in a row of a kebab would be very, very hard to pull off. I'll give it to the soup. Yeah, I'll give it to the soup.
I feel
it's like probably because I was under the impression it was going to be really rich, but if you think it's not,
then
definitely it's actually
not
possible
rich.
to do. Then sure.
I would say if anything, it's very light.
It's like possible to do versus you would maybe die.
I think it's not just that it's possible to do. I would think there'd be many Finns that have done it and not even thought twice about it because maybe you make like a massive batch of it and then you're just eating it for a week.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Because kebab maybe it's a bit too hard to really survive.
I feel like kebab is like do you make it out the other side?
All right.
I would not
again?
want to be lohikeita.
Lohikeita. Sounds like an Age of Empires character saying something.
All right. And
final one, right?
Yeah, the final one.
It would be me. Okay, so mine is now my one from my country.
Okay.
So in Sri Lanka, we have this food. It's kind of like a street food, but at the same time, people can make it at home. It's called kottu.
Oh,
have you heard of it?
I've had it.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So some people call it kottu. That's good that I don't have to totally explain it. Some people call it kottu roti, but that's almost like saying cornetto ice cream. Like the cornetto is an ice cream. Like you don't. The roti is like the chapati or paratha part of it, and then you have to like stir fry it in whatever meat you want and veggies and stuff. The stir frying just totally you're getting this crispness to it, and I'm not too fussed about the meat, but I'd say grilled chicken is probably the best thing to add to kottu roti. Kottu is so good, and then even the process of watching it get cooked with the people with the knives, and as a food, if I have it, it's never enough. It's like you have it and it almost increases your hunger as like a food source. You're like, I have to get more, and you go and you pour more into your bowl and you eat more and you just go back and then it's elite.
I've had it from there was a Sri Lankan food truck back where I used to live.
That's cool.
Had it from there. I've had it from a couple different places, and I have actually cooked it at home before. Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool.
Because I liked it. So I like that one.
Yeah.
Mine is right. If I'm going to talk about my other home, Australia.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to start broad again. I'm just not going to. I'm just not going to do it this time. I'm going to start specific. I'm going to say a classic, just from a classic Australian shop, a barbecue chicken pizza.
Specifically from like a random like Uncle Joe's or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, I made that up.
Because I think
You're just not going for pizza or Domino's.
yeah, I had pizza on there in general because I just love pizza. I love all forms of pizza, Italian pizza, American pizza. And like there's a big debate about Italian versus American pizza. And I have this honest opinion that Australian pizza is kind of its own kind. It's different enough. It's different to the American pizza and it's different to Italian pizza.
I feel like it's very different to Italian pizza. I've never tried American. I mean, like there's
I'm saying
the American pizza you can get here like Sal's and stuff, which is great, but
I would say it's even different to like Domino's. You know what I think? Australian pizza is characterized by those tiny little ham. It's like they cut the ham up into like hairs. And then they get all crispy and they're like these little crispy little
Those
twigs.
are good.
It's like twigs of ham. And that is on other pizzas, but we're talking so tiny. These are like thin little slithers.
These two I feel are very comparable because like they are kind of eaten in the same scenarios, like as a snack and also as a meal. They can do both. They can get like a little bit of kottu and that's like a slice of pizza. Though you can get a whole plate of kottu and that's like a whole pizza. And you can eat so much of it too. You can do a whole pizza and then you might potentially be like, I'm gonna have more pizza.
All right, I'll pull out.
You even eat it with the same other things like a soft drink and and like dessert afterwards.
Oh,
come on!
No, we're so far into this podcast, and now we have to argue.
Oh, yeah, maybe we'll do like a second podcast.
Part 2. Best drunk food.
Oh, it's hard because you probably may not have had kottu drunk.
I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah, but pizza, like pretty much everyone's had drunk.
I feel like, I mean, it's gonna be like I
It's
feel
hearsay.
like, it's hard for me to imagine that's
because you probably, I mean, I guess you have cooked it, but like in general. If you, like I have had it drunk a few times because like it's always there at like weddings and things like that.
right.
And when you are drunk, it is just a food that you just gobble. Like
I can imagine.
You gobble it up. Pizza,
but pizza.
Look, so pizza. I'm still gonna argue for good though. Pizza for me is not like I'm really really like hammered. It's like I'm 3 to 4 drinks in. Let's have pizza. Because I'm usually having pizza with like, I'm playing board games. I'm like three drinks in. Let's order some pizza and like garlic bread and like, keep going. It's not like at the further point of being drunk. Because if the further I get into being drunk, that's heading into kebab territory.
I get what you mean. I think there's going to be so many people that are going to say, well, what are you talking about? Pizza is
I think pizza's like a general drunk food, but like, I think it's for me... I think I just wouldn't really go there.
Maybe the distinction is pizza is a common drunk food, but I think you might be right that it doesn't necessarily make it the better drunk food.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna get if we're talking about the food that's drunk food that's gonna hit the hardest, I would argue the kottu would hit harder than pizza.
And I think I'll be happy to agree only on the caveat that I think you're right. Pizza is a great drinking food.
That is, if that was the question, I think that like kottu, I think is something you put the drinks down for because like, you've been drinking and you go and you just pour a bunch in and you just gobble it up and then you go back to maybe what you were doing.
Yeah.
Whereas pizza, like, you're
like,
drinking and you're eating and doing it all at the same time.
All right. I'll put it down, which means we have our
probably quarterfinalists here. Yeah.
Yeah, and now we can. It should be a bit faster now because we're not having to explain everything. Okay, so
this is your two, right?
Yeah, and you get to pull pull out the thing. We have Rose Tteokbokki versus Spicy Gyukotsu Ramen from Makotoya.
Well, I guess you get to decide this one. Interesting. Least guilty. What does that mean?
Ooh,
or you feel less guilty for eating
it. Neither of them are great, but I do think the tteokbokki kind of has to win because I just feel like in my loins that ramen is like the unhealthiest food, close to the unhealthiest food there is.
I think you knowing that, you can argue it, but I think if you showed those two foods to people, they would pick the tteokbokki as the less healthy thing, and you would be more guilty or feel more guilty for it. So, but it's up to you. It's your foods, and also you understand both of them.
That is hard.
Yeah.
I think
It's like rice cakes, having that much of it depends. Or you just ate it once.
it's not the
You just
rice
ate it
cakes itself.
once?
The same way it's the same way
broth
like
there.
yeah, we're not talking about rice cakes versus noodles because
Yeah.
they're both just comparable. Like that's not even
Yeah.
the equation. We're talking
a
about
whole
the
food. Yeah.
the soups themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess
It's up to you.
it really it is a hard one because
But also, it's like we're not talking about this in like or you've eaten like it for 7 days straight. It's just you've eaten it once.
yeah,
You've had it once for dinner, and the next day,
you know,
how do you feel?
maybe okay. I guess I was thinking in my head like realistically, what is the more unhealthy dish?
Mm.
But I guess the question is, like, least guilty. Like, which one do you
Yeah.
feel more guilty eating?
Yeah, that's I think what you need to answer. And it's up to you. It's good that it's your two questions.
Yeah. I think guilt is a strange one. Whoa. I have a weird answer.
Okay.
I have such a strange meta answer. I don't know if the viewers are going to be happy about this, but this is the honest answer. If I'm answering for myself, I would say every single time I am not guilty eating the spicy gyukotsu ramen from Makotoya because I am in Japan on a holiday and I have left my guilt at home.
Yeah, it's not you specified the shop.
Yeah.
So it's very obvious. Yeah. No, I'd accept that answer.
As in, every time I've eaten it, I haven't felt guilty because I'm in Japan on a holiday and I'm like, I'm not thinking about guilt. I'm just eating what I want.
Yep,
Whereas,
yep.
whereas a tteokbokki, I eat it all the time here and maybe I feel a little bit of guilt about it. So,
Fair enough. No,
all
that's
right.
fair. I accept that answer. All right, let's pull out
ramen.
something for my two.
Yeah, so yours
Which are-
is the spaghetti bolognese versus banana fritter.
They're so different. So different.
Okay. Okay. Look. Best food at a party.
Banana fritter. Banana fritter. Come on. Spaghetti bolognese is like, I think, look, if I had to pick what food I would like.
Neither of them are party food.
Yeah,
I'll
but
say
like,
that.
if you're a kid and it's a party, I can just imagine going crazy for the banana fritter. Whereas if you got spaghetti bolognese at a party, be like, I guess I have to eat this now.
Spaghetti bolognese
to
is a
go back to
wild
the
choice
party.
for a party.
Yeah.
Sure, banana fritter with
I think it
ice
just
cream is
fits
like
the vibe.
strange, but I guess people would be like, yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get around that.
Dude, imagine even like a party of like people at a 30-year-old thing.
Yeah.
And someone just like, hey, I'm gonna start serving out banana fritters. I feel like people go
Yeah, people
crazy
go hard
for
for
that.
Whereas, like, yeah, okay, so the general consensus is like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Whereas you're talking about your party food and you're like, well, guys, I'm thinking spaghetti bolognese.
And you'd be like-
and everyone's like,
But why?
I might want to reconsider that.
It's like you had to eat a whole meal right now. Like,
All right.
yeah.
That's an easy one. That
Okay.
one
Sad to see the
continues
spaghetti
on.
Go.
Now we have nasi lemak versus masaman. Ooh.
Very interesting. You can never have the other again.
Yeah. This is going to be hard because I think,
Basically asking what's the better food.
yeah.
I'm raising my gun up for Masaman, man. I'm fighting to the death for this.
Yeah, so this is hard
I
because
think the Masaman has one. Look, this is like the question. This is like we were talking about when you were talking about the Malaysian food being underrated. Like, yeah, it doesn't get a rap because Thai food usually like dominates.
Mm.
And look, Masaman is like the king of this like Southeast Asian like region of food for a reason. I think it's just done it. It's like
So-
won all the title fights. It stood the test of time. It's in the Hall of Fame.
I think with other matchups, there would be more obvious answers. Like people might be listening to this going like, wait, isn't that just which one do you prefer? But I think there are obvious answers. Like if you're getting like your favorite food of all time
Yeah.
versus custard, you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna pick, yeah,
Favorite
like,
food of all time.
you know what I mean. But the issue is that in this case, we have both put up such comparable dishes,
Yeah.
and they're both some of our favorite foods. I don't think I can give it up either. So I think, we don't have enough criteria to
Yeah, we
spare a
didn't-
question. But I think we spare one anyway, and we cross our fingers for the last one that maybe, just maybe, whoa, I just knocked my mic. Just maybe, we can agree on the final matchup without needing a criteria question.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. So would you like to
We're
go
gonna
again?
redraw. We're gonna
we're
redraw
gonna
for this.
redraw.
It's crazy. So much drama.
What did we get?
Least dependent on ingredient quality.
Okay. This
This is interesting.
This is more workable.
This is very interesting. So let's go. Masaman, whatever red meat you're using, it would depend on that a bit, but I think
It's
a
generally
bad
slow
meat,
cooked though.
a bad meat is still
Yeah.
going to be okay because it's slow cooked, and then the curry is going to overpower any like not amazing flavors. So I think it's not very dependent.
Yeah. I don't think Masaman is very dependent.
Yeah.
I also don't think Nazi Lemak is very dependent on high
Mm.
quality ingredients because in general, most of the ingredients that make up Nasi, what did I say? Anyway, most of the ingredients that make up Nasi Lemak aren't too high quality.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to be high quality in the first place. I will give it to Masaman on the technicality of I have found it incredibly hard to find the right kind of dried anchovies.
Oh, okay.
When I make it at home, it's hard to find the right ones, and sometimes when you eat it out, they're like too tough and they're not crunchy enough and whatever. And so I have had Nasi Lemak that has been let down by the quality of at least one of the ingredients,
Mm.
whereas I feel like Masaman.
It's a bit
Generally.
more, yeah. The two main things about the food, and
All
it's easy
right,
to get right. Okay,
I'm
what's
upset
next?
that Nasi Lemak gets knocked out, but that's how
I mean,
it goes.
It's a big fight. You burned 2 questions.
All right, yeah. Then we have Lohi Gator versus Kotu.
Kotu.
Yeah.
From Finland and Sri Lanka.
Yep.
This is crazy. I didn't think this would happen.
No. Okay. All right. Best first date food.
I'm gonna say Kotu because I think I'm saying Kotu for sure. This is the reason. The reason is if you take a person out on a date to a place that makes Kotu, you basically get a show. I don't know if you've seen it, but it is
Right,
an
yeah.
actual like a dance of the person cutting the Kotu up. Then there's a tune to it and a beat, and someone's literally making music. So if I had the opportunity to take a girl out to a date to a place that makes Kotu live, I would love to do that. I would love to take a girl out on a date like that.
Yeah.
And you know that's been a great idea. I think I might. I actually genuinely might. Next time I get the opportunity to take a girl out on a date, I think I will do that.
Well, it always works. I mean, obviously a cultural angle is always going to work.
Yeah.
Like if I was going on a first date, it would or maybe if I was making it or something like that, it'd be very it would make sense for me.
Yeah, you could have
But I
something
think-
intimate like if you did something with your food.
Yeah, it would make sense. It would make sense for me. I think if I was trying to show people like finished food, I would
Yeah.
be like, oh, lucky get that.
But
I
for a
think
first
if we're
date?
talking, well, even then,
Really?
but if we're sure, I'm saying I would feel like that could make sense. But I'm saying as a general first date food,
Yeah.
I think you probably win.
Yeah,
I think
it's just a bit of a show.
Lohi Gator's not that
Yeah.
sexy as like her.
Yeah, soup, I guess. Yeah,
It's-
yeah. Kotu's
it's fish
fun.
soup,
and
and it's
also you
like-
can even make it like, oh, let's have Kotu, like see the show, have a little bit of Kotu, and then do something else for the date as well. So you can move on with it.
I'm imagining, taking someone out on a first date and you're telling her because she's like, all right, so where are we going to eat? And you're like, look at this great fish soup place.
It's like, I know a place. It's the only Finnish restaurant in
No,
the
but that's
area.
better because
Yeah,
that
that
sounds
is cool.
fun. But if
That
you're
is-
like, oh, we're having fish soup, you'd be like, oh,
Oh,
right, okay.
that's
No,
cool,
I
though.
think okay. That means I only have one left.
Oh,
which is-
really? Wow.
which is my ramen.
Whew.
So we're in the
Whew.
semifinals now. There's only
Yeah.
two left. First of all, we have ramen the spicy gyukotsu ramen from Makotoya
The longest
versus banana fritter and ice cream. You pull one out, and we'll see what's making it through to the final.
Ooh, most universally liked potentially. If it was just kids, I'd say banana fritter wins.
Yeah,
I think,
and by potentially, I mean because we're not sure. Like everyone's had it, but if everyone were to have it,
if everyone were to have it, but the banana fritter is like so flavorful.
yeah.
Oh, this is hard.
Oh, actually, you know what? I think you've got the easy win.
Why?
Because I specifically wrote the spicy gyukotsu.
Ooh, yeah.
It's spicy.
Yeah, and some people genuinely just cannot handle it. Whereas, like, if someone doesn't have a sweet tooth, it's not like they won't hate. They'll just be like, oh, it's just banana fritter.
That means banana fritters going through to the final.
That's great. And it's facing either what?
Masaman or
Masaman.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right, I'm gonna read the final question.
Crazy, dude.
I'm gonna read the final question, and then then we'll see what happens in the final. Oh, okay. Hold on. I've seen the answer, and I've seen the question, and I have also seen the answer because I know the answer. It's just an easy, most underrated.
Well, it's going to be Kottu.
Yeah.
Because Masaman is highly rated.
Yeah. Because Kottu, I don't know how to say it.
Kottu
is like just like most people, at least I don't know, around us don't even know what it is.
Yeah, not everyone knows what it is, but I think people that have tried Sri Lankan food will know what it is. But it's still underrated. Man, it's a crazy final.
So we're gonna need to decide between banana fritter and ice cream.
Yeah, I mean they're so different because obviously one is a dessert full of flavor. It's obviously super sweet, and then Kottu is a more traditional dish, get in Sri Lanka, but also it's super popular to like Caucasian people as well because it's one of the first things you'd like generally try to offer them, other than just basic rice and curry from Sri Lanka. If I were to pick, I would pick the Kottu because you can only have dessert so many times.
Yeah.
So like to pick dessert as the best ever food, it's harder for me to do.
I was about to say it might be a bias. I guess different people have different biases whether you prefer sweet or savory, but I would just have a hard time giving the best overall food to a dessert.
Yeah. I think like Kottu is a food that is very easily eaten as lunch or dinner. Some people would have it for breakfast even. In fact, as like a savory breakfast.
In fact, the whole point by throwing these foods through the gauntlet was to find the most versatile, the food that makes sense in the most situations, and maybe
a dessert.
Maybe we have found the food. That is the best food, most versatile in most situations, wins out the most times,
and it even gets you through a first date. Like, what else can it do? What else can it do, man?
There we go. We have our answer.
Woo!
So if you're watching this and you've never tried it, then
this is your calling. Yeah. This is your calling. Kottu's great. I can guarantee you won't be disappointed. It's so tasty. It's so fun to watch being cooked as well.
Yeah, and I think we need not say anything more because we've been going for so long.
Interest of time. Should we sign off? Thank you for watching. Check out our
podcast.
Check out our podcast because that's what you're watching in the Spotify, and give us a like, subscribe, and goodbye.